us live for this coverage. Thank you so very much. Anyway, let's get some update for the South Korea Portugal game, and of course await the other game, Ghana Uruguay, to get started. FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon. 51 minutes now have been played between Portugal and South Korea, and of course in the second half, 47 minutes, Matheus Nunes chipped the ball from deep to Cristiano Ronaldo on the edge of the South Korean penalty area. However, the ball was headed clear by a defender, and Ronaldo was adjudged to have been offside in that particular part of town. Let's also quickly let you know that as far as that one is concerned, Seung-Gyu then lost the ball in the middle of the park. Pepe saw a lot of the ball, played a nice lob in behind, which Ronaldo moved to meet slightly, but once again Ronaldo was caught offside. So Ronaldo's been caught offside twice in this game as far as is concerned, as far as this one is concerned. Let's also quickly let you know, Ghana have made two changes at the start of the second half against Uruguay, as the second half is now commenced in that one. Jordan Ayew and André Ayew have been taken off and have been replaced by Osman Bukhari and Kamaldeen Sulemana. Two substitutions just right at the break for Ghana. And just at the start of the second half, Sports Amazon, 46 minutes on the clock. Bukhari was the one who was involved this time. The ball was worked out wide to Ghana's right. Bukhari took the control down, played it across the face of goal. Mohamed Kudus tried to connect in the box, but he could not get on the end of it. Kudus was involved in the build-up as well, but perhaps it would have been flagged for offside, and he touched the ball there. It was worked from the left. Abdul Rahman Baba, who worked it down to the right, chested on by Kudus. Kudus chested it to the path of Bukhari. Bukhari dragged his effort just wide, even though as Kudus tried to get a touch on it. It is still Ghana 0, Uruguay 2. And of course, an injury on Ricardo Horta-Luj. Well, some will call him Ricardo Horta-Light, who went down in the center circle under a challenge there. But it is a play on as far as that is concerned. And, you know, it looked a bit difficult to see, but it looks much better right now. So it's 1-1, Korea-Portugal, 2-0, Uruguay lead Ghana.
Okay. All right. Let's find out from Julius. Second half, a good attempt there by Ghana. But, of course, in the second half, are you expecting Ghana to rise up to the occasion?
Well, Ghana, at the moment, they are down, but I still believe that they are not out yet. They came with the force in the second half. The changes that they made, it shows that the coach was really seeing what was happening on the pitch, especially that first half. Remember, I talked about Jordan,
yes,
who was not serious in the middle of the park. He tried to dribble too much, and you could see that the coach had to replace him with someone else. Also, his brother was the one that missed the penalty. He wasn't serious. He wasn't ready to play that penalty, and he played it without convincing himself that he was going to score. I think that's why he replaced those two players. There's still a lot of game to play. The second 45 minutes just started, and I still believe that the Ghanaians, if they calm down a little bit, they will be able to get themselves in this game and still get result from it. I still have the belief that they will do it.
Okay. All right. So let's get to find out from you, Yinka. This second half for Ghana, what are you expecting, especially with these two changes they made starting off the second half?
It is clear their work is cut out at this point in time. If you look at the live table standings, they are going home, so they have to come out, they have to attack. They've shown that already in the early exchange of the second half of this game with that attempt by Bukhari. If he had gotten a good hit of the ball, could easily have been the beginning of a comeback for Ghana in this particular encounter. But then somehow, that ball went out, and Ghana still must ensure they get themselves a point in this particular game, because what it means now is
they
Portugal win.
3.
You know, I remember talking about this thing in the morning. I said Ghana will pray and hope that Portugal will take care of Korea, so that in case there will be problem, a draw will be good enough for Ghana. Good for them. Portugal and Korea are still very much locked in a draw. A win for Portugal or a draw against South Korea by Portugal means a point will be okay for Ghana. So all Ghana need to do is to draw this game, and they will be able to qualify. So they can fight to earn a draw. Fighting to earn a win will be massive, will be big. To score 3 goals against Uruguay at this point in time is for Ghana to just put up a fight, try to get a draw. Once they get this, then they can actually hope that Portugal would not lose against South Korea, which is the only thing that can actually ruffle whatever Ghana is doing with a draw as far as this game is concerned.
Okay. All right. Calculators out. Seems familiar. Well, anyway, let's get some calls. Hello. Hello. All right. Call us back. Number for you to call 090-40,889, 090-41,889. If you're calling from out of Nigeria, remember that you should put the code +234 ahead of the numbers that I just gave to you. All right. So that's 090-40,889, 090-41,889. But if you're calling from out of Nigeria, make sure to use the +234 code. All right. Hello, next caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, please. Good evening.
My name is Taye from Ngondo.
All right, Taye.
I just want to ask, who scored for Portugal?
His name is Arrascaeta.
For Uruguay or
For Uruguay. For Uruguay, right?
No, it's for
No,
For Portugal. All right. We'll help you out with that scorer. But
Ricardo Waterloo.
yeah, all right. First off, let's go straight up. The chief analyst is back again. And of course, Dr. Larry Zamaje is joining us back on the coverage. Welcome back, Doctor.
Yes, thank you again. Just something to point out so that our people can enjoy the game better. The Ghanaian coach is sacrificing experience and going for use. So he wants more speed. He wants use of space. So pace will now help the use of space. And what you saw him do was to take off the Ayew brothers, getting old, and he has brought Suleiman, who is just 20 years old. He plays for Rennes in France. And Bakary is 23. He plays for Red Star Belgrade. The next person we expect him to introduce, if you remember, there was a time Jose Mourinho bought a pair of shoes for a young man.
Felix Afenagian.
That
Yes.
guy is from Ghana, Felix Afenagian. So that guy is 19 years old. Now that he's thinking of the Ghanaian coach is to use young boys, saying that these Uruguayans are very experienced, and if you use experienced players, you will not get it. What we have seen today is a case where Luis Suarez has used experience to destroy Ghana because Seidu keeps leaving his position. So now they told Seidu, if you watch him clearly, Seidu is playing wide now, not going too narrow, so that they don't just take the ball over his head. So that's what we're beginning to see. And the introduction of the two young players, Ghana is now beginning to charge more at the Uruguayans. That's what's happening right now.
With an improvement, with some changes made from the bench, do you expect that Ghana will be able to, at least score a goal to get back in this game?
Well, I tell you this. I just have my sympathy for Ghana. Let me put it this way. I'm supporting Ghana. And it is sad that our guy strode to take a penalty. When you want to take a penalty, you don't stroll. He was strolling. And so there was no intensity. He did not hit the ball with impact. Again, did not measure his angles. On the day the team did not come out. Okay, you've just touched a part of me when you talk about analysis, historical analysis. And I tell you this, Uruguay is a country of 3.5 million people. Uruguay, they have these people from Spain and Portugal. So they have this mentality of the Spaniards, this mentality of the Portuguese. But the native Uruguayans will tell you that they built their football on what they call the fighting spirit, which they loosely call in Uruguay Garacharua. So when you go to Uruguay and you just mention Garacharua, they know you've come to fight. And I believe they must have been speaking Garacharua, announcing Garacharua to the Ghanaians, even on the pitch. So that's why you find that these Uruguayans were even charging at the referee. It's the spirit of Garacharua. And that's what we have been seeing today. So the Ghanaians should have been the ones coming out with that kind of spirit. And telling these Uruguayans, we are here to play a draw or win. But they came out too cautiously, afraid not to concede a goal, and in the process allowed the Garacharua spirit to descend heavily on the pitch.
Wow, 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 wow. So their fighting spirit is way more than what the Ghanaians really expected. Anyway, let's take a look at the coach himself. The last time you talked about him looking clueless, but he's made a few changes now. Do you believe that he can help from that dugout to get his Ghanaian side, to be more tactical in this game?
Yes, when you go for youth, you also have to communicate because they are not as experienced as Luis Suarez. So we expect to see a talking coach. This Ghanaian coach is too quiet. He should be talking. He should help Africa. He should help us. He should help Mohamed Kudus. That 12 clubs have already lined up to buy. 12. And I have a special story on him tomorrow. And today you see what he has already done. But today they are trying to play him off his position. But in this second half, they seem to be getting it right. It's now where he's, where we call his natural habitat on the field.
Wow. All right, Double Doctor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving this insight about this Ghanaian team. And of course, let's hope that some miracle happens for Ghana in this game.
Right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Dr. Larry Zamoje, yes, with the insight on the Ghanaian team going for youth, he says. Julius, he just explained that those two changes, tactical changes from the coach, was because he wanted to pump in a bit of youth. And like he said, the coach would need to talk more now, because once you have inexperience on the field, it means that you can't leave them to just go roaming, so to speak. You need to direct them on what to do. What do you have to say about the youth mixture, or the two players that were brought in just to bring in a bit of youth in the game?
Yes, okay. Thankfully, the two players that were introduced early in the second half. I think they have a lot of time, on their hands to make an impact, which is very good. Normally, they would have done this substitution maybe 20-25 minutes towards the end of the game, but this substitution was made very early, so they have time to blend in with the players. But when you have a lot of youths in a team, they tend to do it their own way instead of doing it the coach's way. That is what it is. So that's what the double doctor was trying to explain to us. Now that they've introduced the young players, he need to talk more so that he can continue to tell them about the instruction, that he was giving them outside the pitch, so they don't forget, and then they go in there, they get carried away with the action of the game. I think he need to come very close to the touchline
and talk more
to the boys.
All right, thank you. All right, let's quickly get back to the phone lines, guys. You can reach us on 090400889, 090401889. Yes, those are the numbers that you can reach us on. Let's get some update from FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon, there is a penalty check for Uruguay. Daniel Amartey had it coming, and in all sincerity, is not inspired confidence in the Ghanaian defense. I wonder how he's being played as a centre-back in a team that has Alexander Jiku. He's just been horrible. In the first half, there was a similar situation with Facundo Pellistri. It's almost certain this will be given as a penalty. Sports Amazon, on a second look, it gets worse and worse every time you see it again. His hands are all over Darwin Núñez. He doesn't time his challenge perfectly. He's just all over the place. His legs are scattered. Didn't win the first duel. Didn't win the second duel. Tried to get the ball, but he didn't. Darwin Núñez puts his body in a way whereby, there's no way it would be just too perfect for a penalty. He doesn't attack the ball, but the contact with the ball was very minimal. But there are different angles and there are different ways to skin a cat. There is a probability that, yes, indeed, this one has not been given, and the ball is very important. And Coach Otuado says you have to book him for diving. But it was just the contact with the ball that saved them there, because I think the referee was also bold. Another referee would have whistled a penalty.
Yes, that's very true.
It was the contact with the ball from a different angle of view. Yes, that was what rescued him there. But let's also let you know that Portugal have made 3 substitutions. Rafael Leao has been introduced for Cristiano Ronaldo. Not surprised as far as that one is concerned. André Silva has also been introduced. And of course, the last person that was introduced as well, João Palhinha. So 3 substitutions for the Portuguese against the Koreans there. They seem to be very serious about this, Portugal, even though they're top of the table. They've replaced Ruben Neves and Matheus Nunes. So Ronaldo, Neves, and Nunes have all made way for Silva, Leao, and Palhinha. Palhinha of Fulham, Leao of Milan, and André Silva of Leipzig, all coming on for Ronaldo of no club affiliation. And Neves and Nunes of Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Okay, let me quickly ask you, Julius. When you remember how much impact Ronaldo usually has for his country, and then you look at what it's been like this year, is age beginning to catch up on him? I know that a lot of people said, "Oh, he's still the same." You know, it's not as bad as we are all thinking. But Julius, tell us.
Nobody is going to say he's as good as he was before. Nobody is going to say that. Definitely, this is a physical sport, and you expect that after so many years of playing at the top level, definitely your body will, it will give way, at some point. And it's telling on him right now. That's the reason why a lot of people are calling for him to go and have a rest a little bit. It shouldn't be sacrificing so much. Sometimes now he need to, because he has done a lot in this game, he need to be coming in the second half, do a little bit of what he need to do, and then, get the job done. And also to inspire the younger ones who are coming behind him. I think that's what he needs to do. He don't need to have this sort of pressure every game that they are giving him. I think age is telling on him, and he doesn't want to just give up at this time to just
Alagidi does not want to agree. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the phone line. 090-40,889, 090-41,889 are the numbers that you can reach us on. Let's get to hear from you. All right, so let's go for this one. Hello. Hello, good evening. You would need to call us back and do the right thing and try not to blow our ears in the process. Thank you. Yes, the number for you to call again, 090-40,889, 090-41,889 are the numbers that you can reach us on. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to drop your comments. We'll get to those comments soon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, please. Welcome. Good evening.
This is Adetoku.
Okay, Mr. Adetokumbo.
My brother, my sister, the Ghanaian coach had to kill this match for Ghana. By playing most of his players out of position, he killed the game. And for Ronaldo, I'm expecting the Portuguese coach to allow Ronaldo to come in second half. Let's say 20 or 30 minutes before the end of the match. Let's say come in. And he understood the first half. And then you the killer in second half. The man's an old man, 37 years old. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you very much. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you. If you're just tuning in, it's the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 World Cup coverage, and we're getting to hear your views on what you have got to say about the game so far. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome.
Good evening. I greet everybody in the studio.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. You're welcome.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, please, what's the score lines against Ghana and Uruguay?
Uruguay 2, Ghana 0.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I understand.
That means Ghana is going to leave this thing.
If it ends this way, it's over.
What do you say? I can't hear you.
If it ends this way, it is over for Ghana.
Oh. Well, normally I didn't wish them to go home. But the way I'm looking at this game now, I'm not sure if they can qualify for the round of 16.
Okay.
I will pray they do that, or at least there's still a lot of time for them. I will pray for them to, maybe if it's draw or, well, anything can still happen. Let's just have faith. Anything can still happen. This is football. You understand?
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
All right,
thank
care.
you. Okay, let's get the stats for this Ghana-Uruguay game from Joseph.
Yes, the stats as it is at the moment, the encounter on paper, 48% of the ball possession has all gone to the Ghanaians, while only 52% has gone to the Uruguayans. A total number of 9 goal attempts in this encounter so far, with 4 going to Ghana and the remaining 5 going to Uruguay. What about the number of shots on goal? 5 in total, 2 to Ghana and 3 to Uruguay. Shots off goal, 1 apiece. one apiece, as well as for the block shot. And the number of free kicks, 23. Yes, 23 total number of free kicks is this one. 10 going to Ghana and 13 going to Uruguay. What about the number of corner kicks in this match? We've had it less, 3 in total, and 2 has gone the way of Ghana, the remaining 1 to Uruguay. And of course, we've had 2 offside calls in this one. Both sides, sharing the 2 offside calls. What about the number of goalkeeper saves in this one? The Uruguayan goalkeeper has saved his team, from conceding 2 times in this encounter, while Ziggy of Ghana has done so only 1 time in this encounter. The total number of passes, in this match has been 309 total attempted passes for the Ghanaians, and they've completed 256 of those. And for the Uruguayans, out of 311, they've been able to complete 262. And we have 2 yellow cards so far in this encounter, and it has been recorded to the Uruguayans. What about the total number of attacks? 88 for Ghana, and out of 88, 28 has been dangerous. And out, for the Uruguayans, 83 has been the number of times they've actually attacked the Ghanaians, and only 24 times have they made it a dangerous one. So at the moment, it's still 2-0 in favor of the Uruguayans, who are playing away from home in the same stadium. And of course, time check is 67 minutes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's get some updates from the games, FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon. Let's quickly let you know that Uruguay have made a double change. They've introduced Edinson Cavani and Nicola de la Cruz in place of Luis Alberto Suarez Diaz and, of course, jersey number 8, Facundo Pellistri. So that's 3 substitutions now for the Uruguayans against the Ghanaians. And so far, so good. It's been an intriguing one since that penalty check. In the 60th minute, Luis Suarez was booked for dissent, following Darwin Núñez into the book there as well. And, of course, in the 61st minute, after Kamaldeen Sulemana played a stray pass off the referee, there was an opportunity that Ghana got. Sulemana got the ball down the left, controlled it, took it in his stride, and sent it across the face of goal. But the ball slid past Bukari at the far post. And of course, I can also let you know that Facundo Pellistri almost made it 3-0 for Ghana. Darwin Núñez was the beginning of that move, slid it forward backwards to Jojenda Raseta, who then found Facundo Pellistri in the box. Pellistri took the first touch and then just took it in his stride and then unleashed one off his right foot, but it was off the side netting. It's as though there's no goalkeeper in the goal for Ghana. I mean, he was just there. He dived a bit too late. If that was on target, that definitely was going to shake the back of the net. It's still Ghana 0, Uruguay 2, 67 minutes on the clock. Meanwhile, let's let you know that Korea are creating a raft of chances, a boatload of chances against Portugal. And after the Portuguese substitution, Korea have also made a substitution themselves. Wall striker Wang Ki-chan has replaced Jae-Sung Lee. But I can also quickly let you know that in the 65th minute after that Portugal sub, Korea had an opportunity to take the lead. In-Beom, jersey number 6, got enough space in front of the penalty box, and he unleashed one off his right foot that was parried away by Portuguese goalkeeper Diogo Costa. By the way, another Diogo is watching on for the Portuguese. Diogo Jota, who is injured, is being with in and around the team as far as this World Cup is concerned. In the 70th minute, Kim Jin-Su sent across to the back post where Sung connected with a volley. He struck from point blank range, but however, he's shot at Joao Cancelo. He shot each Joao Cancelo in the ribs there. South Korea appealed for a penalty, but there was none, and there was not even a VAR check as well. Let's also let you know that there was a free kick that was awarded. That was after Rafael Leao pulled the shot well wide off the post. Korea walked an opportunity in and around the box. Kang-In Lee was hacked down, and of course it's been very crucial to everything Korea have done today. Kang-In Lee worked the ball into the middle of the box, but nothing came out of it. It is still Korea 1, Portugal 1, 76 minutes on the clock. It is Ghana 0, Uruguay 2, 68 minutes on the clock.
Okay, thank you. Let's go for this call. Hello. Hello. Call us back. Thank you. Hello. Next caller. Good evening. Good evening to you.
Okay, I hear you. How are you?
Yes, we hail you too.
I greet everybody in the studio.
Yeah, good evening.
This is Akerele Daniel.
Okay, Akerele.
Hello?
Akerele Daniel, go ahead.
Okay. You see, this is what we are saying about the African coaches. The man has been so fantastic, but now they are under pressure by all means. But if I can say something now, many people will not believe. for me, what I'm seeing, for him to make, to be playing his players out of position, he has collected money from the Uruguay. So
what are you saying?
Just to do the wrong selection.
That is blasphemous.
But I know that's what we have to have.
How can you prove what you're saying? Come on. Nah, we will not entertain that. Sorry. I will not entertain that. Sorry about that. That is so wrong. What proof do you have? How can you just say what you just said? That is so wrong. I mean, I know we are fans. I know we have emotions and all of that. But please, know where to draw the lines. Nowhere to draw the lines. That is very wrong. Very, very wrong. Okay, let's quickly go for the next call. Hello. Yes, welcome.
My name is Obi.
Your name is Obi?
Yes.
Okay, welcome to Sports Radio Brila FM. Good evening.
Okay.
You need to speak up. You're a bit low.
Can you hear me now?
Better.
Okay, fine. I want to speak about the Ghana prime match. And to be honest, I think...
You think what? Hello, Obi. All right, call us back, please. We can't hear you, so it would be nice for you to reach us again so that we can hear what you have to say. Anyway, let's get the views of Yinka. So far, so good in this Ghana-Uruguay game, the second half. Are you impressed?
The last 25 minutes is 70 minutes already on the clock. Ghana have been in charge, but then the Uruguayan have had a few breaks. Ghana now simply need to look for a way to break them, which was something they've not been able to do. Mohamed Kudus, they tried to ensure he doesn't get clear good side of goal. It's still Ghana's best option attacking wise in this particular game. Bukari has done something. The sub made have been able to wear down the Uruguayans, but then a bit of calmness and technical touch. Perhaps you ask yourself, if the Uruguayans were able to get these things the Ghanaians are doing, they would have gotten something out of this. So that is just what is left for Ghana to do in this particular game. They are in charge. Uruguay certainly understand that they have a 2-goal lead, so they can afford to sit back and try to catch the Ghanaians on the counter. That is what they are trying to do in this particular encounter. And as it stands, Ghana have added fresh impetus and bite. They expect this to also make things happen. Of course, FJ will indeed give the update on the men been introduced by the coach of the side, Otuado.
Yes, indeed, Yinka Sports. It's Abdul Samid and Iñaki Williams that have both been replaced by Daniel Kofi-Tre and Antoine Seung-Gyu. Seung-Gyu plays for Bristol City. There were tears when he made the squad. He had a lot of injuries, couldn't play in that qualifier against Nigeria. But both players have been introduced in place of Iñaki Williams and Abdul Samid. Tre is a bit more the creative midfielder. He likes to get on the ball, create chances from the middle of the park, and he can unleash one from range as well. While Semenyo is a target man, more like. So they're expecting him to hold the play and bring players like Kudus and Sulemana into play, as well as Bukari as well. If I were the coach as well, perhaps this is where you ask questions as to whether someone like Abdul Fattah Wishaku will do you a world of good. Because I think the sporting winger has something to sort of break down defenses like this. He can find space in between the lines where there are none. So you need a player of that profile. But the question is, who are you going to take off for him? Because if you are going to bring him on, you have to take off one of your defenders now. And I think as far as this game is concerned, Ghana have no choice. They have to go for broke. If you don't take the risk, you are not going to get the reward. So, I mean, just take the risk. Bring up someone, probably adjust the system a bit, tweak it. Sometimes when you get it wrong from the outset, it's very difficult to make changes.
To make adjustments later on in the game.
Yes, in the game. But I think, as much as, you've made those mistakes, you have to sort of find a way. I mean, Julius Agawa is the one who played the game, so maybe be able to give us a bit more insight on things like this. When, things are not just going right, the coach doesn't seem to know what he's doing. Who is it that players look up to one person and say, guy, you are the one that are going to get the result for us, you are the one that are going to get the goal for us? Because it just looks like the Ghanaian players are out of ideas. There's no inspirational figure to look up to. So Partey is not in this game at all. I'm not seeing him.
Yes, you are right. It might look that way because we are looking at the game from the outside. When you are 2 goals down, Sometimes you have to forgo your pattern. You have to forgo your strategy. And that is what is happening now. It's like they are playing without form, they are playing without pattern at the moment because they are trying to get a goal as early as this second half so that they will see if they can get one at dying minute. But it's very difficult right now because, you know, against the South American side who are already leading 2-0. They'll be ready to sit back and delay the game so that they will finish the game 90 minutes 2-0. If not.
Okay, let's get back to the phone lines. You can join us for this coverage. Let's hear your views. Hello.
Hello, okay.
Welcome. Good evening.
Inka Sport, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good evening to you.
Julius Agawa.
Good evening. You're welcome.
I hear you, Organi.
I hear you.
This is Mark.
Okay, Mark.
I think from the first half, Jordan Ayew has been the missing point for Ghana. Later, I think it was changed. But, you know, this Uruguay, they are playing this aggressive football, just like Argentina, all these South Americans. And I think Ghana is supposed to have known all these before this match because they are so much aggressive, very, very aggressive in this. And this cost Ghana the 2-0 they've considered now. The Seidu in playing that right back happens to be another short one, honestly. So these are the problems Ghana is facing. So they are just struggling. The way it is now, they are just struggling. I don't think they can make any goal at the end of the match.
So you don't believe anything can change?
Secondly, please, I think I've said this thing up to 2 or 3 times. One with Partey Bekeremo and Inka Sport, I think last month. Create a line for diaspora people. I have 7 people or 8 that have been introduced to this station, diaspora people. And the complaint they are making is that once they call, they can't get through because even we in Nigeria, we know what to pass through. Please, even if it's WhatsApp or Skype, please. Thank you.
Okay. We'll look into that. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, that is noted. We'll look into it. Hello, next caller. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, okay, to you come.
Yes, welcome. Good evening.
Good evening to all the guys in the studio.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Obina Francis, I'm calling from Portugal.
All right, Obin now.
Yeah, this match, man, this has to I've been playing for Ghana to at least maybe the group stage, but this time around, what is happening is not. I don't think Ghana can come back in this game, and the way they play this game, and looking at it, I beat them by 2 goals to nothing. I can't see them come back to draw the. I think it's 2-0 now.
Yes, still 2-0.
So I didn't see them come back to win this game. I didn't see them come back to win the game. So that's it. And they're talking about South Korea and the Portugal. The match will end 1-1. I'm seeing the match. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Let's get some updates, FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon. Quickly let you know that there's been substitutions as well for Korea Republic. Quickly start from that one. There were double changes made to end Korea's substitutions. Kang-In Lee and Young-Gwon Kim, both of them have been replaced by Hui Jo Wang and Jun Ho Son there as well for Korea Republic against Portugal. Let's quickly let you know that as far as that one is concerned, Portugal have almost conceded. Dalo stood up to Jin-Su Kim, but of course Jin-Su Kim really got the opportunity into the box, and there was definitely a quick one to gather as far as the Portuguese were concerned. Then in the 83rd minute, there Korea literally playing with just 2 defenders. All other players are inside the Portuguese half. And of course, they created an opportunity, won a corner from it, but that corner has come to nothing in that particular part of town. It is still Korea 1, Portugal 1. And quickly going to the Ghana game, as it is at the moment, that substitution since then, there's been opportunities either side as well. There was an opportunity that went for Ghana, an opportunity to score, but it was dragged wide. And just moments ago, just a couple of seconds ago, Ghana got an opportunity. It fell kindly to Antoine Semenyo, the substitute. Played clean through after a good work there. Thomas Partey I see you. And of course, I saw Thomas Partey there. He was the one who played the pass straight into the path of Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo cannons it off his left foot, but he just drags his effort wide. And Sergio Rochet could heave a huge sigh of relief. And as far as that one is concerned, Ghana once again, time is ticking. The Ghanaians have only had 2 shots on target in this game. The first was Jordan Ayew's shot that was parried and led to the penalty, which was also saved by the goalkeeper. Those are the 2 shots Ghana on target that Ghana have had right here. And Uruguay have taken a sting out of the game. They've made 2 substitutions. Georgian de Araceta, the goal scorer, and Darwin Nunez have both come off in this particular one, and they've been replaced by Agustin Canobio as well in this particular encounter. And Maxi Gomez. So Agustin Canobio and Maxi Gomez have replaced Darwin Nunez and Georgian de Araceta, the man who got the 2 goals as far as this one is concerned. Let's also quickly let you know that Federico Valverde in the 77th minute tried to score from the halfway line, and it was a few yards over the bar. Lawrence Ati-Zigi, he was cut off his line. The man, I don't know, he's just being over the place as far as this one is concerned. Let's also let you know that there was a good opportunity that was created by Ghana in the 74th minute, where of course Kamaldeen Sulemana created a bit of problems down the right for Memo Varela, whipped the ball into the box, but Sebastian Coates was quick to clear as far as that one is concerned. So as it is at the moment, it is still Ghana 0, Uruguay 2.
All right, and it's 81 minutes on the clock for the Ghana-Uruguay game. That is the situation right now, and 81 minutes gone. South Korea-Portugal game is 87 minutes on the clock. All right, let's get some calls. Is it over for Ghana? Hello?
Good evening, Ogechuku.
Yes, so good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Minka Sport.
I greet you. Good evening to you.
Powerful FJ, you too.
We have Agawa right here, Agawanda in the studio.
I greet Agawanda in the studio.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Ayew calling.
Hello, Ayew.
Yeah, for me, I think this looks like the last bus stop for Ghana, because I don't see Ghana scoring 2 goals in the. I don't even see Ghana scoring in this game. This game. Done and dusted, like Minka will always say. This game looks done and dusted, and I think they are out. They are out even before get something. If Ghana are going into this game with revenge in mind, they were going to lose. And with the way they play this game, it looks as if they revenge in there.
Okay.
Like, this is what's going to cost them in the game, and I think they are out for me.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's get more calls. Let's go for this next caller. Yes, 090400889. Hello. Good evening to you.
Good evening. How's everything there?
Yes, everything is great. Welcome to Sports Radio.
Yeah, I greet my brother dear Agawa.
Yeah, good evening.
Hey, what year?
You're welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, I pray for Ghana to win before I supported them. Well, since it's like this, there's nothing we can do. So, we cannot say that they disappointed or they tried. So that's it. I want to talk to my brother there, Mr. Agawa.
He's listening.
Okay. My brother, I don't know why. What is happening to our Benin guys? We don't see people like you again and Ustaze. What is happening? What is happening for our boys here? I don't know. I don't know why. In those days, we used to hear of.
Well, is Osimhen not? Osimhen's
we have Osimhen there. We have, I think, just recently we had Igalo. And so I think, we still have a good number of players from Edo extraction. So I think it's still, you have to check very well that Osimhen is still presently in the Super Eagles. And
it's only that to see that we are having.
All right, people, we've got updates.
Okay.
Sorry, please, we have an update. Yes, FJ.
Sports Amazon Korea have taken the lead on the 90th minute against Portugal. 90th minute on the clock. Korea have scored against Portugal 2-1. Portugal at a corner. Korea cleared their lines halfly, and then at the second time of asking, they cleared their lines properly. Seung-Gyu against 4 Portuguese players. He drove forward, and was waiting, and all of a sudden, like a flash of lightning, Wangi Chan of Wolverhampton Wanderers just appeared out of thin air, and it was clean through and go. Son played it into his slim stream. He was not going to miss that opportunity. It's Korea 2, Portugal 1, off his right foot. The guy takes off his shirt, flexes his muscle like Og, and boy, oh boy, right behind him for that one. It's Korea 2, Portugal 1. As it stands, Ghana are out of the FIFA World Cup.
Yes, it's good night, Ghana. Yes,
even good night Uruguay as it stands as well.
Yes, as it stands, yes, because of the South Korean side getting 2 goals already in this game. And in fact, it's almost full time. I don't know what's going to change, but this is amazing. This is dramatic. Yes, they have heard the news. The Uruguayans, they have their hands on their head. And even the man who thought they could get one over Ghana and make it to the round of 16, Luis Suarez, is covering his face. He doesn't like the news. It's not good news. But anyway, yeah, Yinka, you were saying something.
Ghana will finish bottom at this point.
Yes, at this point they're bottom, yeah.
Uruguay themselves, they are going out.
Yes, as it is. All right, let's get more reactions. What a dramatic turn of things with South Korea, yes, taking the lead against Portugal. And of course, that is the situation soon. Very soon, it will be full time. Let's hope that South Korea can defend this lead and not allow it slip against Portugal. But anyway.
Ghana, however, can still do it with a draw because they would have scored 7 and considered 7 if they still had a draw. So a draw will still take Ghana through.
But the chances of them getting a draw, how many minutes left in this game?
They have to do it in 6 minutes at a time.
So
Yeah.
roughly we're thinking 10 minutes. Plus at a time we're roughly thinking 10 minutes. The good luck that Ghana have here is that by the time the final whistle goes in the Korea-Portugal game, the game will still be on.
On for them, yes.
So they will know we can still get 2 more goals. This is what we need.
2 goals.
As far as this one is concerned. So Ghana need to pull everything they can pull.
That's a tall order. That's a big drink.
Yes, it starts with getting 1 goal now.
Okay. Hello. Yeah, Yinka, you wanted to say something?
No, I'm looking at how Ghana can take this to, the advantage now. The fans of Uruguay are distraught. The players on the bench are distraught. They are aware that this will not do it. So they are leading and they will not go through. If that gets... Ghana can work on that psychology to say, okay, these guys know that even with this win, they're not going through.
Yes.
If we can get a draw against a distraught side, whose win will not take them through, but we can still do it with 1 point. So I expect Ghana to try to pick up fight from here, fight for that draw. If Ghana get that, head-to-head, Ghana have it, go favor and go draw, Ghana have it over Uruguay. So a Uruguay team now, with the lead, they are going out. With the lead, nothing will happen. So if that game finishes like this, Uruguay would know that this win is taking us nowhere. Ghana can take that few minutes. Oh, you guys are going nowhere. What will score? What will qualify? So a point will still be enough for Ghana. A draw will still give Ghana the qualification ticket. So Ghana should be the team to up the ante now that they are aware that the Koreans are ahead on the 90th minute mark at this point in time.
Okay, hello. Hello.
Yeah, okay,
yes, welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Okay, my name is Seriki, in the Chelsea.
All right, Seriki.
You say you are giving Ghana hopeless hope. I hope all is well.
It's not about giving hopeless hope. We are explaining what the dynamics are as it stands with South Korea scoring. It's not about giving hopeless hope.
I understand.
So if you understood, why you can't attack us now?
I'm not attacking you, but I'm just looking at the Ghanaians. It's not going to be possible. I think I like the turn around of the Koreans. Yes. Now, Ghana does not want to take the opportunity. So the Koreans are taking the opportunity to qualify alongside the Portuguese. I like that. Thank you so much.
All right, FJ, come on. Give us updates.
Yeah, Sports Amazon, that was very, very...
Awkward landing.
Yes, that landing was awkward and it was cringy. Lawrence Ati-Zigi, it was a well-worked effort for the Uruguayans. Fede Valverde channeled it down the left. And, of course, that cross arrived in from Agustin Canubio into the box. He strayed a bit offside there, Edinson Cavani, but he got a good enough header, strong enough on it, and that punch by Lawrence Ati-Zigi. The best thing is done in the game today to at least keep his side in the game, in all sincerity. But in doing that, he made a awkward landing, and that landing was so awkward, it was with his neck. As far as he's concerned, Ghana's still alive as far as this one is concerned as we get into the 90 minutes. One thing is certain, we will have at least 6 minutes at the end of this game. Meanwhile, the 6 minutes have been played at the Education City Stadium in Iran between Korea and Portugal. Korea going to take the 3 points in that game, almost certainly. Cristiano Ronaldo looks distraught for some reason. You guys have qualified. You guys are going to finish top. You're not going to play Brazil. Don't be scared, my guy. You lose some games too. But he looks a bit worried. I don't know, for whatever reason. Maybe they're trying to send a message to the rest of the opponent. Remember, no team in this World Cup has finished with 9 points. So maybe they're looking at that record. And now, Sports Amazon, we can confirm to you that the referee has added 8 minutes.
Yes,
so
in
Ghana have
in the
8 minutes.
Ghana-Uruguay game.
Yes, in the Ghana-Uruguay game, Ghana have 8 minutes to look for an equalizer, to look for 2 goals. The final whistle has gone between Korea Republic and Portugal. Now, the Koreans have to wait for the longest 8 minutes of their lives.
Yes, to
because
see.
Now they have to hope the scoreline remains the same between Ghana and Uruguay, or Ghana get 1 goal and the game ends 2-1.
Let me even say something about what Yinka said earlier. You know, do you know, it's very possible that the Ghanaians do not even know that a draw, that they might not, you know. I don't know if they have the information already that Korea, you know, have actually won their game.
I want to believe they'll be aware. They will be monitoring situations.
Are they aware that...
Because right from the day, I knew it could be tough for Ghana. I was expecting a 1-1 draw. I knew this would be tough for Ghana, but then that they would have gotten themselves ahead, you know, trying to look for a second goal, maybe somehow concede a last-minute goal, and 4 points will do it for them, especially should Portugal beat or draw against South Korea. But then South Korea's victory now have turned it on its head, and of course makes it look easy for Ghana to do now. Ghana needs a point to go through. It is over at the other end. Uruguay can still go through, however, they need to score one more goal. Ghana needs 2 more goals. So it's a case of who gets the third.
Yeah.
If the goal does not come, the both are going
But
home.
I think the easier thing for that could happen in this game is actually Uruguay getting another. It's easier to score 1 goal than score 2.
Yeah.
You know, it's 1 goal than score 2. So they'll be hoping. Even the coach, the Uruguayan coach, seems like he's already losing hope. But let's see. Let's get some reactions, guys. Call us up 090-40,889, 090-41,889. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Are you trying to say that Uruguay will not qualify even with this win?
Yes, as if it ends this way, Uruguay are out, except they score 1 more goal in this game.
What if they score 1 goal?
That's what we said. That's what we've been saying.
The English is as it stands. They need to score 1 more.
Okay, because you know it's easier for Uruguay to score 1.
That's exactly what we've been saying.
Uruguay need 1, Ghana need 2.
Okay, I was trying to call though. I didn't hear that part. I only heard when you said Ghana has to score 2 more goals. Okay,
yeah, we already said that.
I'm rooting for Uruguay though.
I see.
To score 1. It's more easier now, so let them just score 1 and progress.
Okay.
I'd rather have Uruguay than South Korea.
If Ghana no go pick 1, Uruguay are going home with them. So Ghana will hold on to some, say, at least we don't allow.
And they could even score 1, and that still ruins it for Uruguay. They'll be able to score a third.
Ghana can still score 1.
Yes.
And effectively kill Uruguay.
Yes.
Because any Ghana goal can easily
reduce the chances of Uruguay.
And can easily make it for Ghana to now look for the second goal. That's why Ghana have needed to have scored before the 90th minute. Then 1 goal for them is easier. Because Uruguay by then will be needing 2 goals. A Ghana 1 will require Uruguay scoring 2.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
It's a tough one.
All right, you guys are doing a good job. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, you want to say something, FJ? You've got updates.
Have been played already. What I just want the Ghanaians to know is this: it can be sweet if the 2 of you go on together. Yes, that is the you did not qualify. We did not qualify. We know we are not going to. I'm Ghana. That's what I'm playing for now.
So Ghana needs to spoil it for Uruguay.
Yes. At this point, don't allow them.
Because if they beat you 3-0
and qualify.
Last of it,
Yes. So the sweet revenge is to make sure they don't go. Yeah.
Let's go.
I think I quite agree. Okay. All right. We'll get some more calls, guys. Tense few minutes left in this game. Very tense. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Hello. Yeah. This is the game of Ghana and Uruguay.
I'm listening.
Ghana, the flank is not working. The midfield is not working.
Absolutely.
Even the defensive side of it, they are not accurate. If you see them crossing ball, they cross ball, they don't cross ball like if somebody who is serious for the ball. They are not serious. Then when you get to North Korea, Ronaldo has won out. He has won out. Yes, South Korea. Ronaldo has won out. He has won out. There's nothing he can play. Look at the ball they give to him one-on-one with goalkeeper. He loses it. Tomorrow, the people continue to saying Ronaldo is this, Ronaldo is this, Ronaldo is this. He has failed. He has ages on him. Let him relax. At least if any club is entered, at least if they put him on about 80 minutes, let him relax and play and collect his allowance and get his rest.
All right then. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, okay, good evening.
Yes, good evening. What's your name?
My name is Dinka Sport.
Good evening.
All right.
Epa Domo.
Koyo.
I greet you.
I greet you.
Yeah.
Julius, calm down. Tension to your body. Oh my goodness.
This match is done and dusted. Ghana should just forget about the remaining minutes. You understand? Because when you carry revenge for mind, now the result now so it turn out to be. You understand? So instead of them to focus and strategize very well on how to win the match, so they are busy trying to revenge or what happened in 2010. Yes, so that's the result. They should just take heart and prepare well for next World Cup.
Okay, and most importantly, they mustn't allow Uruguay to score. Anyway, Julius, I was just teasing you that attention there, your body.
Yes. At least they were sure that
okay, it's not easy. The fans all over the world right now, especially the Ghanaian fans, they are all still sitting at the edge of their seat and still hoping that something can happen in this game. But if they are not going to score, I think they should not allow any more goals in their net.
Yes.
I think that's what the game will go down to the last few minutes of the extra time. It's been very sad for the Ghanaian team. They fought very much for this game, but they couldn't get what they wanted.
Yeah. All right, update FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon is introducing Abdul Ishaku when the game is over. He's replacing, and he does it again. He's taking off Mohamed Kudus and replacing him with Abdul Ishaku.
These
you can see this.
substitutions are similar to what we are used to in Nigeria.
Yeah, no, obviously. He's all right. and why I'm really annoyed with this sub is this sub has come too late. It should have been earlier.
Yes.
There were spaces to be exploited.
Yes.
I mean, from the 90s, yes, from 85, 86, when Uruguay had heard that
would have been the
Korea had
perfect time.
scored. Introduce him. Let him take charge of. Let him enter those spaces. This is 97 minutes. What are you coming to do? Give him exposure and say at the end, I was the one that gave you exposure at the World Cup. Is that what you are trying to do? And it's annoying. And these are the kind of things that Nigerian coaches do and you get angry about. Ishaku has replaced Kudus. By the way, both teams end-to-end opportunities in the last 6 minutes as we enter into the 8th minute of added time. Sports Amazon. Ghana had an opportunity. It was there was one that Partey walked into the box and Usman Bukhari unleashed one at the goalkeeper. It was punched away. And there was also another one straight down the other end where Edinson Cavani teed Sebastian Coach. But Coach's effort just went narrowly wide. It's a goal kick for Uruguay in the 98th minute. And as it stands, South Korea and Portugal will go as first and second.
Okay, hello. Welcome. This is Sports Radio Brila FM. Welcome, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay.
Okay.
See,
okay, you better say this Ghana and the Uruguay they come out too, because I would like you to say Uruguay score one more goal qualify. The last time they removed Ghana from the World Cup. Now you better let's see that Ghana didn't score. Let them not score their own.
Okay, all right. All right, no problem. Let's get updates, FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon. We're now 9 minutes into what has been 8 minutes of added time, and Uruguay have a free kick in front of the Ghanaian penalty box. This is more or less what will be the last sequence of play. Fede Valverde and Nico de la Cruz standing over that free kick, which was conceded literally in the last minutes of the game by Alidu Seidu. The Uruguayans were trying to break through. De la Cruz was trying to feed Edinson Cavani. He quickly hacked him down, and from the ensuing free kick, Nico de la Cruz fires it straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, who would be very happy to claim that comfortably there, Lawrence Ati-Zigi. And Sports Amazon, the referee's final whistle has gone. Ghana 0, Uruguay 2. Both teams are out of the World Cup. Luis Suarez is distraught.
Yes, played his last, I guess. That should be his last World Cup.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
His fourth World Cup.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Done. Ghana will not make it to the next round. Uruguay also not making it to the next round. And that is how it is. The Uruguayans are a little bit, they're protesting something, FJ.
Yes, Sports Amazon, they're protesting the referee's whistle, in which Edinson Cavani has gotten booked a yellow card. Jose Maria Giménez had to be shielded away. The match commissioner and the match protocol officials had to shield the referees as they headed into the dressing room. The players were protesting that the referee did not have enough time, obviously. But the question I have for them is, do they want to play till 1:05 or 1:30? Because the referee even gave them 2 extra minutes and they couldn't score. But one thing I'm happy about, as much as Ghana has gone home, Uruguay had to. So now, Ghanaians, this is revenge.
Exactly.
We didn't go home alone. We went home together.
All right. So let's get some reactions from Julius. End of the road for Ghana. How would you really rate how they did at this World Cup?
Well, okay. I think they got it all wrong from the start of the match. They weren't so serious. There was no spirit of urgency from the blast of the whistle. You could see that the fire started from the second half. They put everything out there to win the game when they were already 2 goals down. I wish they started the game the way they played the second half. I wish they started that game like that in the first half. Probably they would have gotten something from it. Luck also came their way in the first half when they had a penalty, but they failed to convert. I think they were punished just immediately after that. All along, I think they fought for it, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough to take them through. Today is not a day for Ghana.
For Ghana. Very soon we'll speak to Dr. Larry Izamoje, so we can also get to hear his views about this game that just got wrapped up. Ghana are out, Uruguay are out, and of course next round, of course, is Portugal and South Korea, who are off to the next round, of course. But Dr. Larry Izamoje also had great concerns when this game started for Ghana, and it's now full-time. Ghana will not be there at the round of 16. Dr. Larry Izamoje.
Yes, the coach got it very, very wrong today. When you go into this kind of battle, when all you need, or all you needed now that they're out, is just a draw, and the other team needs to beat you, you know they will be coming out for a fight. And then when you sit down and plan your strategy, you've got to go into the history of the nation that you are taking on. And we talk about the fighting spirit of the Uruguay national team. We talk about the culture of Uruguay, how they reacted when the Spanish and the Portuguese came there. So you find that history becomes an element for victory in a World Cup setting. But the coach did not do that. And again, he did not take into cognizance the fact that the boys were getting to know themselves, given the style he played in the first 2 games. And the 3rd game, he tried to rewire his own players. You don't rewire the brains of players when they are getting very used to a particular pattern. Very early in the match, about the 16th or 15th minute, I told you that there was a problem with the tactical formation of Ghana. Because Kudus became the main poacher. Iñaki Williams was behind Kudus. Ayew André was behind Kudus. You don't see it like that. That is not the position of Kudus. Kudus is a guy who likes it. That's what we call his natural habitat on the field. When you have two attackers in front of him, so he's able to now weave those passes. That's his strength. But the coach played him out of position in the first half. Allowed Ayew, Jordan, to play wide, and André Ayew, with all the experience, I was playing behind Kudus at the time. That was very, very wrong. Now let's go to the penalty. So Ghana started out very, very weak, started out with disbelief. On the day they should have been first-grade belief and tenacity, hunger. They did not do that. Industriousness, lost. And so when they got the lock of a penalty, the young man did not take his position, allow the occasion to consume him. Like Debbie noted, as we sat and analyzed, she talked about stress disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. That could this be what has affected Andrew Ayew? And I looked back into the history books and saw that Ayew was a member of the Ghanaian contingent to the World Cup 2010 when Uruguay beat Ghana via penalties. When this same guy, Luis Suarez, palmed the ball, Palmed, palmed the ball out of the goal line. So could that be what affected the young man stepping there, saying, me again, country again against Ghana, penalty situation, can I do this? Will I do this? Could that be what affected him 12 years on? Okay, I tell you, certain things happen and they remain in the brain forever. Those are things we call lasting experiences. So could that be what affected the young man going for the kick? But given his experience, he should have known that this would have helped his country. And then he just strolled. And in the course of strolling, lost that tempo, lost his bearing, lost the positioning, the position where he had planned to plant the ball. So that affected Ghana. So from the coach, it was bad. Preparation was bad. The strategy was bad in the first half. And then we talk about Seidu. Yeah. Seidu, like I said, was the man who went looking for Granot, who played without remembering the guy behind him. Seidu was so attack-minded. On a day his team needed just a draw. Seidu was the man who played himself into wrong positions, fluffed his lines by going at times to the center circle. We saw this right back playing in the center circle, on the day his country needed a draw. And when the changes came, you saw that the team got his pack again, tried very much, but the changes came at the time that Kudus was getting tired, and he was the main playmaker. Partey doing the dirty job, Kudus doing the beautiful job of playing the balls forward. And in the second half, Kudus was put where I like calling his natural habitat. And again, I believe that from what he even did today, 2 or 3 more clubs must have joined the 12, now looking for the signature of this boy who was born in Nima, in Ghana. One good thing has happened to Ghana today, in spite of the loss. Okay. Younger players, Seung-Gyu, who came in, the third attacker they introduced when Iñaki Williams had to beat the field goodbye, is just 22. And so they now have young strikers who have registered their presence on a World Cup setting. 20, 22, 23. Younger boys now that we've seen the last, so to speak, of the Ayew brothers. Kudos to them for all the many years of service. It is time now to say goodbye to the Black Stars of Ghana. Have a good shower. Do them a retirement party because they really served Ghana well. But now that these young ones have done the run out on a World Cup setting, Ghana can now work with these younger boys in attack because come 2026, they will be 26, 27, and that will be the prime time for them. So that's one good thing that this coach has done in spite of the mistake that he made stepping out today. Seidu has to receive the flog. Oh, I remember his song, they must get a flog, by the Rastafarians out there in Jamaica, because this boy plays schoolboy football.
Okay, you just talked about one positive, the fact that they have the emergence of youth from the Ghanaian team. Which other positives can the whipping fans of Ghana actually look at when they take a look at their Ghanaian side?
Well, another positive they can take from this very match is that in 2010, Luis Suarez spoiled it for Ghana. The positive today is that although Ghana lost, Ghana won because Ghana also spoiled it for Uruguay and particularly for Luis Suarez. You made us cry in 2010, Ghanaians should not say. But today we made you bury your face in your jersey.
Double doctor. That's a nice one. All right. And of course, what more do you want to add from this game? I mean, aside from the fact that this has already wrapped up and surprisingly South Korea are on to the next one. But what do you expect from a side like South Korea?
Well, football is growing well in Asia. That's what this World Cup has shown. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And we are seeing it clearly now. Japan, cruising. South Korea, enjoying themselves. So football is really growing. But again, don't forget, the growth did not just come because of, like we say in Nigeria, the grace of God. This came because of investments. This came because these countries started very, very many years ago to put money into football, good money. And that's why they hosted the World Cup at the time, if you remember, Korea and Japan too. Yes. So what they are now reaping is many years of investments in the game of football. A lot of their players do it outside Asia. So they have gone there, done acculturation, understood the way the Europeans play football, know that it is more now lines and technology. Because what is happening now is that you play lines, and then technology will tell you who is the weak link in a team. Look at what Uruguay was doing today. The moment they singled out Seidu, they knew exactly where to pound Ghana. Yeah. And so most of the attacks came to that flank. Again, to the coach of Ghana, you had Lamptey ready. You had Dennis Odoi, very conservative man. On a day you're looking for a draw. You now put that kind of person and say, let's hold it. Very conservative man. Oh, I wish he knew. Maybe you look at the age of the Uruguayan side, knowing that a lot of them are aging, Cavani, Luis Suarez. What you now do is, okay, fine. Let's put younger boys to start, and then they put pressure on the aging team, the aging Uruguayans. Godin did not start because the coach knows that his team is getting too old. So let's put the younger boys, and then later we introduce the more experienced boys. But who people would have criticized him if he also did that and it didn't work. So he strikes today, but the coach himself has to talk more. I think he helped me in the second half. I saw his teeth during the football match for the very first time.
Dr. Larry Zamoje, you've talked about the tactical mistakes of Otto Addo. Going forward for Ghana, I mean, how do they still stick with him? And if they do stick with him, how do you think things will go for the Black Stars?
Well, the Black Stars will remain a very tough team. The Black Stars looks very, very hungry. Addo has done well. He convinced Salisu, who, because of voodoo talk, left the Black Stars team, did not play for them for many months. So he got him convinced to come back and do this World Cup. He also got Lamptey convinced to return in spite of the many months of injury, convinced Iñaki Williams not to pick Spain over Ghana. And so at this same World Cup, you find Neko Williams playing for Spain, and you find Iñaki, his brother, playing for Ghana. Two brothers. Yes. And so that's what Otto Addo has been able to do for Ghana. He's been able to plant the Borussia Dortmund style because he was an assistant at Borussia Dortmund. Yeah. And he's been able to plant that style in the team. He depends more on midfield play and great defense. But in this World Cup, today he just got it wrong. There are some off days. Mama even said so, that there are some off days. Then you wake up and you don't feel like going to work or coming out of bed. Maybe this was just one of those many days for Coach Otto Addo. Ghana should retain him. And those who are working with him, Chris Sutton, who was of Newcastle, I know is one of them, should also be retained. They've done well. It's not a shameful performance. It's just a day that things did not go right. The tweaking that they gave the team was just too much. It should not have happened that way. You don't start a Mohamed Kudus as your top striker. You don't play Ayew and Iñaki behind Mohamed Kudus. You don't do it. And you don't play Seidu, whose only style is to overlap. And a man who fails. As a right back, okay.
Yes.
You see, the beauty of the neck is that it's able to turn. You see, so when God decided that place should be the turning point, where your eye can now see things around it, he knew what he was creating. But then Seidu tried to redefine God's creation by not turning, by not looking. And now he's going to pay for it. Twice it happened, and both because Seidu forgot his men.
Wow. So many things to pick up from this. Thank you so much for your analysis of the Ghana game against Uruguay. And of course, yes, I'm sure that they will be able to go back and pick a lot of, mistakes that they've done. And of course, like you said, it's best to keep building with Ado. And we can only...
If you follow this game long enough, instead of you to beat me, I come out. Make I lose, then I spoil for you. We two come out. So that was what Ghana achieved today.
Yes.
Both Suarez and Ghana will leave in the next 48 hours max.
Yes. You spoil market for me. Myself, I spoil for you.
Correct.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Larry Zamoje.
You take iced tea. I take ice water.
Now water we drink. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, let's quickly get a few reactions before we wrap up. It is full time, and of course, great analysis from Dr. Larry Zamoje, just talking about the mistakes done from the dugouts. Yes, from the coach and also from the team itself. Even Seidu went to buy groundnut, like he said. Hello. Yes, hello. Welcome to Sports Radio. Are you there?
Yes, your fellow there.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This is a beauty of football. Is Agawa there?
Yes, Agawa is still here.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Agawa, Domo.
Yeah, Koyo.
I've been watching you since when you play on that 17 for Nigeria.
Oh, thank you.
This is a very big tournament. So many upsets. This Korea was Portugal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Long time ago, the owner of this station, Mr. Larry, when he was in ODBC, he was Olivera. If you let Ghana lose that penalty, and not decide their Olivera, they are going home. In this stage now, any team that lose anyhow, they celebrate Olivera, they go home. So I think Ghana. What are the lessons for Nigeria in this tournament? Okay, listen.
Tell me, I want to hear.
Yes, when Nigeria was playing qualifier against Uruguay, so many fans, including some of us who are 50 years old, I listen to them on radio. Park Roy, you don't park coach anyhow. I told Victor when I called up here one day. Look at the way Uruguay play Ghana. I didn't think Nigeria play Ghana like this in the stadium. The some of our fighters, they are playing bicycle kick in Uruguay stadium. Look at Agawa, all much Agawa sitting in your studio here. When he was playing for Friday, we taught him. It's one of the best fighters Nigeria has ever had. We are playing for 90 goals to this under Agawa. Because these people, they play with all their heart. You are playing work of qualifier. You are playing that in Abuja General Stadium. See, then all the fans, all the senior fans, when I'm 50 years, they are first, even 50 or 50 years. Start growing. They are home now. They are watching World Cup. Olympics, they watch Olympics. We are Nigerians. We can't have patience.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I have to let you go now. A lot of people are trying to call us. Okay. Thank you. Let's talk to 3 more callers and wrap up. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. So how far? Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening to you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, man. My name is Barrister Kujumata.
All right, Barrister.
Okay. Well, in as much as Uruguay are going home, I'm not happy. You know, these Ghanaian guys, they didn't come with a plan. They didn't come with a plan at all.
Yeah.
Now, if you check the last 20 minutes, yeah, they were more prolific. They were playing with a purpose. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I don't know how. Maybe I think there's something wrong with the bench. If the bench killed this match, man, okay, beg. You guys should have good time, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Time is running out, so we need to really just take one more call. I know I did say I could take more, but time is running out. We need to pay the bills, so let's go for this one. This will be our very last caller. Not to worry, you still have ample time to still call up before the next set of games coming up by 8 o'clock. So let's quickly go for one last call. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. You're our last caller.
This Obina is calling from Abara.
All right, Obina.
So, what I would like to talk about the Ghana game. I think the Ghana player, they are not moving. They play big guys game. Okay, so they are too relaxed and loose in this match. They are not showing any aggression. Just playing. In fact, it's over now. So maybe by the next World Cup, they will get prepared. So thanks.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us from the start of this coverage to the very end and the reaction time. Thank you so very much. Thanks to the crew. Thank you so much to Julius Fosa Agawa. It's always a pleasure. Yes, having you. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. I know you were rooting for Ghana, you know, and I know you are not feeling so happy that they didn't make it to the next round.
Yes, but at the end of the day, I think they didn't let me down because of their performance. They have some fantastic young players coming through the ranks, and you know, with that alone, I think they should keep their heads high, because in the future, these players are going to come through for Ghana. So we are watching for Ghana. All
right. Thank you so much, Julius Efosa Agawa. And of course, to Yinka Oyedele, thank you so very much. And of course, to Tosi Adeshino, powerful FJ. And not forgetting also Joseph Obishesa. And Josh has been somewhere in the mix. Yes, thank you so much to Josh. And of course, to Brizzy, who did the halftime show. It's been amazing. It is yours truly, Oge Chukwukama Ogwo, the Sports Amazon. Stay tuned, more still to come. Don't forget, the next lot of game is